Hello everyone, this is a trade breakdown of Litecoin that was shared on Twitter on 17th of October. Market price at that time was $62 roughly, and I marked an area of $72. A week later, on 24th of October, it hit the target price of $72 roughly. Okay, so on monthly time frame, starting on the monthly time frame, we have this range high, range low, deviation. Current market price was around midpoint of monthly time frame. On weekly time frame, it had this range. Just zoom out once. This was that monthly time frame range high, range low, deviation, and midpoint. On weekly time frame, this was the range high, range low. I'm marking the range that I was watching at that time. Okay, so deviation and a possible deviation on the downside. And on daily time frame, it had this range. Mark it in different color. On daily time frame, we had this range low, range high, a deviation, and I was expecting a price to take the stops in the opposite direction. It was shared it on 17th. The price was here, say $62 roughly. On to take my entry, I went on smaller time frame, 4 hours, and I had this order block here. And why this order block was important, because we had a lot of liquidity about this order block. So we had all these stop losses or liquidity, you can see, just above this order block. So I was expecting, I was watching it a few days before 17th was here. I was watching it from roughly from here or here, and so I had marked this order block. I posted it on 17th, and idea was to take a long position on order block, keep the stop loss below this order block, and target range high, and it did that. That was here. This it was shared here. It was above order block that time. Then it came back through the order block and ran to TP. Okay, so what now? Okay, on seriously, yes. Okay, so this is the weekly time frame range high, range low. This is the mid range of weekly time frame range. Okay, we are currently near the top of this daily time frame range. Have some liquidity about this range. Yes, we have liquidity here also. So my directional bias is long until we break below this low. By this I mean I will be looking for long trades mostly until we trade below this low. I won't like blindly open long. I'll just wait for my setup for a liquidity, that is a liquidity sweep and a break in market structure. So currently we are near the daily time frame range high. We have daily time frame mid range. This is the range high, range low. This is mid range, that is 0.5 level. This is an area of liquidity. 0.5 level is always an area of liquidity. So I'll be targeting mid-range here on the upside, this range high here, and this target. So if we get something like this, this will be an ideal place to look for long positions below this low, below $65 and roughly around 63 $62. If we get a break in market structure, that is this break in market structure creates a fair value gap, enters it, gives a long position, stop loss below this level, or it can be break in market structure, another break in market structure, creates liquidity, gives a sweep of liquidity and a run. This thing I'm looking for here, not here. This I'm talking about this area. This is exactly what happened here. It was making lower lows, a break in market structure, created a lot of liquidity, swept this liquidity and ran high. This is the practicality of this setup. Okay, like your setup can be anything, whatever works for you. It can be a break it trend line, some indicator showing bullish signal, or whatever, MACD cross, or whatever your entry setup is. This is just my directional bias, like to look for fresh longs. This area will be ideal for me. But if we go like above this straight, above this, like we continue to march up here, then also I'll be looking for price to come here and then go here. Like it, I'll make a decision based on the price action. I'll maybe update it on Twitter that time based on the price action. Well, this is just a rough directional bias. First priority will be this area. Second priority will be if we get this. I'm no longer in long positions in Litecoin. If we get this, I'll maybe look for a long setup with a very tight stop loss because it will most probably hit my stop. We'll target this. If we get a long here, that would be a lucky trade. Or after this liquidity sweep, if this comes here again at $64, that will be an ideal position to look for longs and targeting this area. And the invalidation of this whole long bias will be a break of $57. By that I mean if price comes anywhere here like 50, 60, 50, whatever, anywhere above $57, I'll be looking for the entries modules that I just shared here. This will be the ideal one, like here and here. Second one will be this comes here and $83. It depends on market conditions, but this is a rough trade bias. Okay, that's all on Litecoin.